All right, let's get into Melania.
That's what he said.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
I didn't even mean that at all, I swear. Okay. That's terrible. That was so terrible. All right, let's get on this. So,
that's what.
Oh God, okay. All right, there's so many other jokes to make about this story that should not be one of them. Melania Trump hates bullies, no matter how ironic that may sound. She spoke to the UN on Wednesday, outlining her priorities when it comes to making the world a better place. Folks heard this part of her speech and took issue about how tone deaf it came off. Take a listen.
It remains our generation's moral imperative to take responsibility for what our children learn. We must turn our focus right now to the message and content they are exposed to on a daily basis through social media, the bullying, the experience online and in person, and the growing global epidemic of drug addiction and drug overdose.
So you heard that she thinks bullying is bad and we need to watch what kind of example we set over social media. This, of course, on the heels of literally years of her husband absolutely bullying people on social media. The latest of which was this tweet, this retweeted GIF of him hitting a golf ball and Hillary Clinton getting hit by it.
So, and that's.
It loops twice.
Violence against women is so funny. Yeah. And by the way, the tweet also had #CrookedHillary. So look, that was 3 days ago, but you could pick 1,000 examples when it comes to Donald Trump. And well before he became president, Rosie O'Donnell's a pig, and on and on. And not just women, he attacks everybody. To be fair to him, he's a dick to everyone.
Going after a beauty pageant contestant because he thinks that she's gained too much weight, making fun of a reporter who has a disability. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Like, that is his MO. That is what Trump does.
Right.
He called Hillary Clinton Crooked Hillary throughout the campaign. He called Ted Cruz Lion Ted.
Called Marco Rubio.
Little Marco.
Oh yeah, Little Marco.
No, I called him boy.
Oh, you called him boy.
Well, that's the thing is his tactic is always an emotional attack on self-esteem. That's what it is. He wants to hurt your self-esteem. And yes, these are big politicians who should have a healthy self-esteem, but it's the example that Melania is talking about of setting an example, and that example is to go after people where they may feel self-conscious, and that's what bullies do. And yes, there he goes after politicians, and you can't come back at me with, okay, there's a bunch of politicians, so it isn't punching down, but every other example is exactly him punching down. And now that he is the president, most of the people that he's punching are down.
So
almost everybody, right? By definition, he's the commander-in-chief.
Right, exactly. Look, I get that it comes off as incredibly ironic, but look, she's got firsthand experience of what it's like to be married to a bully. So maybe that's the reason why she chose this as the topic that she champions, throughout.
Oh, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you know what? She might have meant this as a message to Trump, and she thought, well, since this is an important speech, Fox News might cover it, so Trump might finally listen to me.
Maybe.
It's only ironic if she loves her husband.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And it doesn't really
appear
that she does.
If she thinks of him a bully, it's not ironic at all.
Right. And also, as I watch that, like, part of me really feels for her because she doesn't want to be there. She doesn't want to give that speech. She doesn't want to be in the public eye. I happen to know someone who used to be her hairstylist, and he had told me that she's one of these people who just wants to be as private as possible. And so now she's like forced to be in the public eye when all she wanted was a sugar daddy. You know what I mean? Like, kind of sucks. Sugar daddy's president now. Now you got to give these speeches that you probably don't really care about. I don't know.
Yeah, no, and I think that she's doing this because she doesn't want herself or her son, the younger Trump kid, to be bullied, and that's super understandable. And she gets, so put the kid aside, everybody agrees that don't talk about the kid. For her, I mean, I don't know, you wanted to marry Donald Trump and you thought that was a great idea, so sad day for you. So there, I don't have much sympathy. I'm not saying go bully her. I don't know what it would even mean to bully her, but if you're gonna get criticized for being on Team Trump, that's not really bullying. That's just the consequences of your decisions. If you like this clip of the Young Turks, you know there's a whole live 2-hour show, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern every day, and you can download it or stream it and watch it without ads if you become a member. TYTnetwork.com/join.